So he like asked you, like it was like an official ask.
Did he say, do you want to go steady or do you want to be my girlfriend?
He said, Aurora, will you be my girlfriend?
It was another quiet morning in the sprawling Brown family home. Sunlight filtered through the blinds, casting patterns across the hardwood floors. Robyn sat at the kitchen table, her hands wrapped around a steaming cup of coffee. The aroma, usually comforting, seemed to fill the room with tension today. She thought about Kody, about the years they had shared, and about the changes creeping quietly into their marriage. It wasn't dramatic or loud. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, but it was there. Robyn had always been the glue, the quiet force holding everything together. And yet, even the strongest glue has its breaking point. Robyn's mind wandered to recent events. Conversations that started as innocent had turned into silent disagreements. Words unsaid piled up like unread letters. "I just don't feel the same connection," she admitted softly to herself one evening, staring into the mirror. It was a truth she had kept buried for months, perhaps even years. But now it demanded acknowledgement. Meanwhile, Kody was unaware, or perhaps in denial. His mind was often consumed by work, by the logistics of managing a large, complex family. But Robyn felt increasingly alone. And loneliness, she realized, can be louder than any argument. It happened on an otherwise ordinary evening. The family had gathered for dinner, laughter filling the room. But beneath the surface, Robyn and Kody's eyes met across the table. There was a tension that couldn't be masked by polite conversation. After the meal, Robyn finally spoke. Her voice trembled slightly, betraying the calm exterior she usually maintained. "Kody, we need to talk," she said. He nodded, unaware of the weight behind those words. They moved to the living room, the air thick with unspoken emotions. "I don't know if I can keep doing this," Robyn confessed. "I feel distant. And it's not just about us, it's about the life we're building. Something feels off, and I can't ignore it anymore." Kody's expression shifted from confusion to concern. "Robyn, I didn't realize you felt this way," he said, but words alone weren't enough. That night, Robyn lay in bed, memories flooding her mind. She thought of the early days of their marriage, the laughter, the shared dreams, the quiet moments that felt like magic. But she also remembered the sacrifices, the moments of compromise, and the emotional toll of being the only wife in a complex household. Her thoughts were interrupted by a text from Kody. "Can we work through this?" "I love you." Love. One word. Simple, yet powerful. But it didn't erase the cracks. Living in a polygamous family wasn't easy. Robyn's role had always been unique, sometimes isolating. She cared deeply for the children, for Kody's other wives, and for the overall harmony of the household. But harmony doesn't always equate to happiness. Conversations with co-wives were delicate, friendships were tested, loyalties were questioned. Robyn often wondered, could she truly maintain her sense of self in a system that demanded constant compromise? Robyn reached out to a close friend, someone who had witnessed the ups and downs of her marriage. "You've done more than most people could manage," her friend said. "But it's okay to admit when something isn't working. You're allowed to prioritize your happiness." These words echoed in Robyn's mind. Could she balance love for her family with love for herself? Or had she already given too much of herself away? Days passed. Conversations grew more frequent and intense. Kody and Robyn tried to find common ground, but old patterns kept resurfacing. Misunderstandings fueled frustrations, and frustration bred distance. The family watched silently. The children sensed the tension, unsure how to process it. Friends offered advice. The media speculated, but only Robyn and Kody knew the truth. Their marriage was being tested like never before. One evening, Robyn took a solitary walk. The cool breeze brushed her face, and for the first time in weeks, she felt clarity. She realized that love alone wasn't enough. respect, communication, and understanding were equally vital. She returned home determined to face the truth, to confront the issues head-on, and to fight for what mattered most, if it was possible at all. In the living room, they sat facing each other, no distractions, no interruptions. "Kody, I want us to work," Robyn said. "But we can't just pretend everything is fine. We need honesty, and we need to acknowledge that things are difficult." Kody took her hands. "I want that too. I don't want to lose what we have. I'm willing to try. All of it." Tears streamed down Robyn's face. Relief, fear, hope. They were all tangled together. This conversation, raw and unfiltered, was their first step toward understanding. Change wouldn't happen overnight. Rebuilding trust, reconnecting emotionally, and navigating the complexities of family life would take time, patience, and commitment. But Robyn felt a renewed sense of strength. She had spoken her truth, faced her fears, and opened the door to a possibility, a marriage that could endure even its toughest test. And while the future remained uncertain, one thing was clear: silence would no longer define their relationship. As Robyn tucked the children into bed, she reflected on the journey ahead. Life was never perfect, and love was never simple. But resilience, honesty, and courage could light the path forward. She whispered a quiet promise to herself: "No matter what happens, I will honor my heart and my voice." And in that moment, the storm that once threatened to tear them apart felt slightly less overwhelming. Perhaps, just perhaps, this was the beginning of a new chapter, one where truth and love could coexist, even in the face of the toughest test. Marriage, especially one tested by unconventional circumstances, is a journey filled with highs and lows, triumphs and challenges. Robyn and Kody's story reminds us that love alone is not enough. It is understanding, honesty, and shared commitment that truly sustain a relationship. As the chapters of life continue to unfold, one question remains: can they overcome the hurdles and emerge stronger? Or will this be the end of an era? Only time will tell.